I'm Thomas Finney. I'm an analyst here with Osprey Flight Solutions, and I'll be taking you through our weekly update. This week, governments across Europe have introduced tighter lockdown measures at a scale not previously seen since the initial wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. In many countries, a carefully created range of measures has been adopted in order to avoid a generalised lockdown, whilst others have introduced tougher restrictions packaged into short-term circuit breakers in order to stall rising infection rates. However, the effectiveness of both of these approaches remains largely untested. This unpredictability is likely to negatively impact businesses across multiple sectors, including the inter-European aviation industry. Thus, most governments face an impossible yet familiar dilemma, as they are torn between reducing pressure on national health services and preserving some semblance of economic normalcy. Meanwhile, in the Asia-Pacific region, further progress has been made towards the creation of so-called travel bubbles through bilateral agreements between countries and territories with similar infection control measures, like Singapore, Hong Kong, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, China, and Thailand. Destabilizing unrest has broken out in Nigeria's most populous city, Lagos, where protesters have clashed with security forces following days of demonstrations against alleged police brutality. In response, the authorities in Lagos State have imposed a 24-hour curfew and have deployed armed personnel to the streets. A NOTAM has also been issued for Murtala Mohammed International Airport, which is valid through to the 27th of October, warning that movement in the city is limited to essential services only. Although the authorities have claimed that adequate contingency arrangements have been made to ensure the safety of aircraft landing and taking off at the facility, overland access has nevertheless been disrupted by impromptu roadblocks, and several carriers have cancelled scheduled services to Lagos. This week has also seen the continuation of armed clashes between the Armenian and Azeri military forces in several areas of the border separating the two countries, despite a second temporary humanitarian ceasefire going into effect on the 18th of October. Each side has also accused the other of conducting short-range ballistic missile strikes, drone operations, and air defense system engagements above flight level 260, well outside of the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region. Notably, on the 18th of October, the Azeri military claimed to have shot down a Russian-made S-300 variant conventional surface-to-air missile launched from Nagorno-Karabakh, which landed only 31 miles northwest of the Azeri capital, Baku. This is the furthest range incident reported in Azeri territory since the 4th of October. This week, the US FAA has reissued its special federal aviation regulation for the airspace over Iraq through to October 2022, due to threats to civil aviation posed by enduring conflict. Most notably, the FAA has amended its restrictions on US operators crossing below flight level 260 to flight level 320, based on recent safety assessments which have taken into account the proliferation of advanced weaponry, including surface-to-air missile systems, amongst Iranian military forces and their regional proxies. In Brazil, a major federal police operation has been conducted to arrest members of a narcotics trafficking organization that is accused of exporting large quantities of illegal drugs to European countries through Viracopos International Airport in Sao Paulo state. State security agencies have also investigated personnel working at the facility who are believed to have provided insider access to facilitate the exploitation of narcotics via civilian aircraft. These individuals include traffic coordinators, vehicle drivers, ramp assistants, and airline catering service employees, all of whom concealed the product in aircraft blankets, catering supplies, and service vehicles. And that's it for this week. Looking ahead to the next, the analyst team at Osprey will be covering a range of topics, including conflict zone-related regulatory changes, the proliferation of fraudulent travel documents, and newly re-emergent narcotics trafficking networks in Latin America and Southeast Asia. So please sign up to our LinkedIn page to receive further updates and subscribe to our free Osprey Open platform to learn more. Thanks for watching.